I believe you can see the screen.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, thank you. So this lesson is about a two-stroke cylinder engine. Basically, we shall discuss about the components and its working. So a two-stroke cylinder engine, like we did talk about the four-stroke cylinder engine in the previous class, whereby we did talk about the operation and the components. So with this two-stroke cylinder engine, it has there are some components which are very similar, and these are the components you can see them in my next slide. So with this one, so my next slide, maybe your network is. I believe we can see them. My next slide. If you can see my next slide, please confirm with me. Are you able to see that next slide? So these the components of the engine. It consists of the cylinder, the piston, the connecting rod, and the crankshaft, just like the four-stroke cylinder engine. And then now it has exhaust ports and inlet ports and a transfer port instead of adding the valves like the four-stroke cylinder engine. And then there we are talking of an spark ignition engine, the SI. So this one uses a spark plug. So those are the components. So let's see the principle. So two-stroke, we are saying it is an internal combustion engine, and it operates by the four stages, naming the suction, compression, ignition, and the exhaust. Now with a two-stroke engine, this this sequence is completed in two in one revolution of a crankshaft. So it means two of the strokes are combined. So in this case, the suction and the compression takes place at the same time, while exhaust and ignition of the power takes place at the same time. So the first stroke, we have the suction and the compression. The piston is moving up. It covers two of the ports, the exhaust port and the transfer port.
Nicholas yako na shida gani?
Yes, yes.
What's
Anyone?
wrong with Nicholas?
Nicholas, you, you have any concern? You can put off your camera, Nicholas. Nicholas, switch off your camera. Okay, let's continue. So I was talking of suction and compression. So the piston is moving up. That is when the port, the exhaust port, and the transfer ports are covered, and these ports are normally opposite to each other. While the inlet port is uncovered, and that is when the fresh charge of air fuel mixture is drawn into the crankcase. So as the piston is moving up, it is compressing the air fuel mixture which had previously escaped to the combustion chamber. So during the end of compression stroke, that is when now the ignition takes place, and we go to the next stroke, which is the power and exhaust stroke. So when ignition takes place, the piston is the power of combustion or that explosion is pushes the piston downward. So as the piston is moving downwards, it uncovers the exhaust port, and that is when now the exhaust gases escape. So further movement of the piston downwards uncovers the exhaust port and then the transfer port. So the fresh charge in the crankcase moves into the cylinder through the transfer port. So for us to understand these strokes, let's watch this video. Let's watch this video showing us the operation. So be attentive. So it is showing the parts, components, and then later the operation. Mute your microphones, please. So on that end, we can see the piston has moved down up to that position, and the exhaust port is now open. So the exhaust gases are driven outside. These dots, the black dots, these are the exhaust gases. So these exhaust gases escape as the piston is moving downward when it uncovers. And then on the other side, we have the yellow one, dots, that is the fresh charge. It is now escaping from the crankcase to the combustion chamber. So this stroke, the power stroke, is taking place at the same time. Exhaust gases are being driven out. So this is what we call the power and exhaust stroke. So let's continue. So when the piston moves up, this inlet port is uncovered and the fresh charge gets inside. So as the piston again is moving up, it is compressing that fresh charge which has earlier escaped to the combustion chamber. So at this time, that is when the and compression is taking place simultaneously. So I believe you have been able to see that working of the two-stroke SI engine. Any question or anyone who have not who have any other concern? Anyone with a question? So if there is no question, it means we are good to go. In summary, this is what we talked about. We talked about Nicholas. Let's talk about the components of this type of an engine and then what talk. Nicholas, talk your mic. So that's the end of our lesson. Any question, please? Mike. Any question? So I believe there is no question. So let's.
Yes, Mario.
Yes, kuna swali?
Do you have any assignment?
Yes, the assignment. Okay, thank you for reminding me. So the assignment is this:
Yes.
go and discuss about the advantages and the disadvantages of this type of engine, the
Okay.
two-stroke type, the SI, advantages and the
Okay.
disadvantages. Okay,
Do
thank you.
you require the assignment as a? Excuse Maureen.
Just submit the next
Through hard
20
copy,
minutes. No,
you
just
need it as a hard copy or soft copy?
the hard copy.
Hard copy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Goodbye.